Hey guys, good morning. What a wonderful Wednesday morning it is. Now, today is April 1st, 2020, and I just want to say happy, wonderful Wednesday. First and foremost, I know that this is definitely not a normal morning meeting that we get to do because one, you're not here, and two, I'm here at my house. But this is as close as we can come to having an actual morning meeting. I hope you like my message. Good morning. I got my wonderful smiley face there. I had to add the mustache and the beard so you can get the feel of being with Mr. Elliott. Again, I just want to start out by saying I wish you well. Hopefully everybody is doing well this morning. And then I want to go on and say how proud of you I am for all the work that you guys did yesterday. I got messages that you guys were completing your work in writing. I was getting the states that you picked, and I know that this is definitely uncharted territory. We're not used to doing stuff like this, but I've got to say how amazing you guys did, and I'm extremely proud of you. Just the amount of work that you guys put in to getting your stuff done, to spending time working on that's amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. The only thing is that I wish that we could be together and could be doing an actual morning meeting, be together and just having each other's company, and then teaching you guys where I can think about what am I teaching and what are you thinking? How are you going to respond? But I'm just amazed. I'm amazed by all the work that you did yesterday. So even though it was our first e-learning day, I felt like it went pretty smooth. I felt like you guys did awesome. And again, I'm just amazed by the awesome work that you guys did. Today, I know that we're not together. Typically we would ask for a thumbs up, a thumbs in between, or thumbs down to see how you're feeling. Because it is a wonderful Wednesday today, I just want to say that I wish you guys well. I wish you well. I wish that we could be together, and I just absolutely hope that today can go as smooth as yesterday went, because I'm just so proud of you guys, and I miss you. I miss you guys so much, and just wish that we could get back into a normal routine. But as of right now, I'm here at my house. You're at your house, and again, I just wish that we can make the best out of this situation. And I felt like we got off to a very good start yesterday. So I want to thank you for doing that, and then I want to wish you well today, and hopefully we can have another great day of virtual learning. So if you got any questions or any concerns, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I'll try my best to get back with you, and other than that, just have a great day, and we'll get right into our lessons. For reading today, we're going to quickly go back and review what we did yesterday, what we talked about with comparing and contrasting. Yesterday we said that when we're comparing details that are alike or similar. When we are contrasting, contrast means when details are different. And I chose to do two objects that we really work with in the classroom and that we knew, and that was a pencil and a pen. And we chose these two objects because they're objects that we see every day, that we have readily available in the classroom. And we talked about how each of these are writing utensils that can be used by basically anybody that needs to get out a message in written form. And then we talked about how they're different because pencils only write usually in one color when we're only talking about a regular pencil, and then we have a pen that can write in multiple colors. But then that led us up to our reading lesson, which was the Three Little Pigs. And I read a version of the Three Little Pigs that was not the normal version, and it really talked about how at the end it was totally different than the normal Three Little Pigs. I gave you guys some questions. I hope that you enjoyed this story, but I gave you guys some questions about the Three Little Pigs. I said, okay, when you're reading, think about the W's, the who, the what, the where, the when, and the why, and really focus on who are the characters, the main characters, Okay, what were those characters doing? So, like, what did the three little pigs build their houses out of? What was the wolf's response, or what was the wolf saying? And then how did the pigs respond? And then obviously, what was the conclusion? And I asked you to get on to Google Docs and answer some of those questions. Excuse me. If you didn't answer those questions, that Google Docs is still going to be available. That I would like you to get on there and answer these questions. So the answer, as we go back and we kind of do a quick recap of the Three Little Pigs that I read yesterday. Here is the story. Who are the characters? The characters are, obviously, you have the Three Little Pigs, and then you have the big bad wolf. In this story, the Three Little Pigs, they choose to build three totally different houses, just like a normal story. The first the first little pig, he chooses to build his house out of straw. The second little pig, he chooses to build his house out of sticks. Of the Three Little Pigs, the wolf is able to blow the first two houses in. And now the third little pig, he's able to also build his house out of bricks. Now, one difference in this story is it talks about what the pigs were doing. So the first pig in the house of straw, he was actually, he had a kettle of soup that he was cooking, and the wolf could smell that. The second pig, he was actually making a fresh loaf of bread, and then the third pig was making a pie. Now, in this version, the wolf says he'll huff and puff and he'll blow their house down, and the pigs all respond with, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." So there's definitely some comparing details that we're used to from an original version, but there's also some slight differences. Now the ending is the biggest contrasting detail of the Three Little Pigs. In this ending, nothing really happens to the wolf at the end, except the pigs kind of join up together and try to help the wolf out. So instead of him being the big sad wolf, or the big mad wolf, or the big bad wolf, he becomes the big glad wolf, because the Three Little Pigs actually help him use his huffing and puffing power to blow up balloons to help make other people happy and cheerful. So the conclusion in that story is one of the biggest differences. And yesterday I talked to you about making a graphic organizer and using these comparing and contrasting details and making a T-chart graphic organizer. And typically what we would have done if we were in the classroom is we would start filling out one side of this graphic organizer. But I'm going to do this a little different, seeing as we're doing virtual days, doing e-learning days, and I'm actually going to read the original Three Little Pigs to you, and then tomorrow we'll fill out the graphic organizer with the characteristics, and we'll just talk about the two stories of the Three Little Pigs. Again, I don't have one of my favorite Three Little Pig books here with me. It's in the classroom and I wasn't able to get it. I couldn't find it. I really like the story, the true story of the Three Little Pigs, told by Al T. Wolfe. It's an excellent book, and I just absolutely have fun with it, and I love it. I have the original Three Little Pigs story. I found this again up here in our house. The boys have it. So I'm going to read the original Three Little Pigs. So we have the Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who lived in a cozy cottage on the hill. They loved to eat all the delicious food their mother made them every day. They ate so much that it wasn't long before the three little pigs had grown so big that there was no room for them in their cozy cottage anymore. "I'm sorry," said their mother one morning, "but it's time you made your own way into the world." So the very next day, the three little pigs left home. "Don't forget to watch out for the big bad wolf," called their mother as she waved goodbye. "He'll eat you for supper, so you'll need to build a big, fine, strong house as quickly as you can to keep him away." "Don't worry, Ma," they oinked. "We can look after ourselves." And the three little pigs trotted off down the hill, each taking a different path. It wasn't long before the first little pig met a farmer pulling a cart filled with a straw.
Please, may I buy some straw to build a house?
Asked the little pig. No, of course, replied the farmer, but a straw house won't be very strong. But the little pig didn't listen. Soon he was busy stacking the bundles of straw for his new house. In no time at all, the house of straw was finished, and the little pig went inside for a nap. He had just shut his eyes when there was a knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf, and he was hungry.
Little pig, let me in,
growled the wolf.
No way, cried the little pig. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Ha ha ha, laughed the wolf. And that's just what he did. Huff, puff, whoosh. Meanwhile, the second little pig was walking along the road when he saw a woodcutter piling up sticks.
Please, may I buy some sticks?
He asked politely.
I want to build a house.
Of course, answered the woodcutter, but a house made of sticks will soon fall down. But the second little pig, he wasn't listening. He was much too busy planning his new stick home. Soon the house was finished. The little pig had just sat down to rest when there was a knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf. He was even hungrier now. Little pig, let me in, he growled.
No way! Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin,
cried the second little pig. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, cried the wolf. And that's exactly what he did. Huff and puff and whoosh. Meanwhile, the third little pig had met a builder. Please,
may I buy some bricks to build a house?
he asked. Of course, replied the builder. A fine, strong house of bricks will last forever. The third little pig took the builder's advice. He would build the strongest house in the land. Finally, after a hard day's work, the house was finished. It had 4 strong walls of brick, a tiled roof, a sturdy wooden door, and a large fireplace with a chimney. The third little pig had just put a pot of turnips on the fire to boil when he saw his brothers running down the road, closely followed by the big bad wolf. Quick! cried the third little pig.
Hide in here!
The wolf, who was very hungry by now, banged on the sturdy door. Little pigs, let me in, he growled, his tummy rumbling very loud with hunger.
No way! Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins,
cried the 3 little pigs. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. Ha ha ha, laughed the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed. But the brick house stood firm. The wolf was furious. He climbed up onto the roof and shouted down the chimney. If I can't blow your house down, I'll come down the chimney and I'll gobble you up. The big bad wolf jumped and landed with a huge splash in the pot of turnips boiling on the fire. Yow! He leaped up with a scream and ran out of the house, never to be seen again. And the 3 little pigs lived happily ever after in the house made of bricks. The end.